when you were talking about like creativity flourishing within restriction, I had a million years ago, I tried to get an internship at Adult Swim. So this was probably like 13 years ago. This was a while ago.
Oh, wow.
And what I did was I kind of stalked people that worked at Adult Swim and found their contact information and just like emailed a couple of them and then got my way to a phone call, to a phone interview for this internship. And when I had the interview, that was exactly what I said I loved about Adult Swim. I said, you know, the fact that Adult Swim clearly does not have an endless budget to be making this programming is what I find fascinating because of the creativity that comes out of that. You know, if you just have a Scrooge McDuck pool of gold coins to use to make some animation, then yeah, maybe it'll be amazing, but maybe it's too much, and maybe that the only having, you know, $5,000 or whatever it is to make something, so that you have to like repurpose old C Lab, you know, animations, make something that's way more different. Anyway, long story short, I did not get the internship. So,
and here you are now.
They loved my answer, but just were creeped out, I think, that I kind of stalked them into.
Well, I will say Adult Swim is one of the only networks that I know of that is very open to just talking to anybody. Like, literally, they do, Walter Newman and Cam Tang, the development heads at Adult Swim out here in California, they literally, I think once in a while, they do these live streams where they literally just let people call in, they put a phone number out there, they say, call and pitch your idea to us. And they've always been like that. They've always been very open door. They'll talk to anybody, let anybody come in, what's your idea? And as far as, like, I think every other network, as far as I know, especially like Netflix and Comedy Central, all these other places, who I respect greatly, you have to have an agent. You have to have a guy go in and talk and say, hey, I'm with this agency. But it's also you can literally just be a guy and get a show. And I think that's the only network that I know of right now, at least currently, that's true for. So I respect Adult Swim a lot in that way. They do very low budget stuff, but the plus side of it is they'll talk to anybody, they'll hear anybody out. They're not discriminatory based on like, oh, you don't have an agent? Oh, you can't pitch an idea to us. They just want good ideas.
Yeah, they seem to be like, when I said earlier that it doesn't seem like you see new crops of animated shows coming up, except for Adult Swim. I mean, they are the ones who are just constantly like, I flip it on, I'm like, what is this? Yep. You know, and they're always trying out new things.